What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna be explaining a few things about my new build, which is gonna be LsVtec. It's gonna be a budget build. I'm gonna be trying to spend the least amount of money I can with the best parts I can find. I've already got a few parts that were used but were in mint condition for a very good price. Let me show you. I got here eagle rods. I picked them up for a good price. Also have skunk 2 intake manifold. I think it's Pro Series. As far as that's all I have as far as parts that I've bought. I have parts like these. These came actually from the LsVtec, like the main studs. I got them all cleaned out. This is all the V16 head, the caps. I have the original stock V16 cams, which I'm gonna be using, and I'm gonna be upgrading the cam gears to BMS with a gauge timing belt. It's like a package for like $160. I'm gonna be doing that. Let me show you the block. The block is fresh out of the machine shop. I just got it decked and rebored to 81.5 millimeters. I took it off 2 weeks ago to get it checked out and inspected, make sure there was no cracks or anything. And yeah, the guy found out that I think the cylinders were a bit higher than the actual block. Like this was actually higher, and from the cylinder walls from top to bottom were different size. So he just said, hey, we're gonna have to deck it, reboard. So here we are with this, and he did a pretty good job with it. It looks very good. I'm in love with it. Very shiny. I am gonna get VHT paint and paint the block itself. That way it has a nice look to it. It doesn't have all these rough edges, and I'll probably sand some of this stuff down. It doesn't have nothing that's rough, paint on it, or whatever happened whenever they did this. Probably get VHT paint, or hit it with some primer, hit it with some gray, and then just shoot some gloss in it so it can give it a nice glossy look to it. And like I said, this is a budget build. I'm gonna be running probably Nippon pistons. The turbo ones hold up to like 450 horsepower. I'm gonna be doing getting the crankshaft over here. Got to get it polished, and the guy who does the inspection on it is gonna check the journal size, make sure they're good and they're perfect circle. He's gonna check on that. I'm gonna get probably either OEM oil pump or ACL oil pump. I'm not sure. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I am gonna be doing OEM. Whatchamacallit? Got my words all mixed up. OEM water pump. OEM water pump. I'm gonna be doing kinetic head gasket. I'll probably do a block guard. I'm not gonna. I thought about CSS, but this is a budget build, so I'm gonna try to keep it to the minimum. So I'm gonna be doing a block guard. Probably in the long run, I'll do a CSS. I know their work is pretty good, and it makes holds up to like 700 horsepower or something like that. Yeah, so probably in the future I'll do the CSS, but for now I'll run the block guard. I'll probably do a SuperTech. I know there's very different amounts of block guard out there. I think it's VMS, SuperTech, and some other ones, but I'm probably gonna do the best, which I think is SuperTech. At least I hope it is. And I'm gonna be doing an eBay turbo kit. It's gonna run me about $500, which is not a whole lot. And I've seen a lot of people do it with eBay turbos, and they do pretty good power. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. And as well as for the head, I'm gonna be doing probably Ferrea valves, probably the I believe it's the FT. No, I'm going crazy. The 600 series or 6000 series valves. I'm gonna be doing. I'm keeping the intake side springs because they're dual springs, and the exhaust side is only a single spring. So I'm gonna probably get another set of the intake side dual springs from a stock head and put it on the exhaust, on the exhaust side. That way it has more, or holds more power. And I heard it fits, so I'm gonna try that as well. And I'm gonna be doing Skunk 2 titanium retainers. I'm also gonna be doing ARP head studs. I'm gonna be doing ARP main studs. Eagle rods already have ARP heads or ARP studs on the bolts here. I think you can see it. Maybe see if it. Not sure if it's, yeah, it's not focusing, but yeah, they are ARP head studs. And I'm doing as well is ACL bearings or King's bearings. I'm not sure yet. I've heard ACL are the best. I heard also King's bearings are good. So I'm not completely sure. If you guys have had bad experience with either one of them, let me know. That way I know which one is the best product for this build. And for fuel, I'm gonna be doing, I think it's a 450 Walbro fuel pump. I'm not gonna be doing the AEM fuel rail, because like I said, this is a budget build and I need to keep it to the minimum as possible. So I'm going to be doing VMS, which is a lot cheaper, and I think it supports like 1,000 horsepower on the fuel rail. I'm going to be doing the fuel rail, VMS, fuel regulator, and VMS air filter. And as well, I might be doing Bosch injectors. Those things will run me about like 300 bucks, but they're probably top of the line. Other than the fuel injector clinic, I might go do something cheaper as long as it's you know, persistent and it doesn't give me any issues. But I'll probably doing, like I said, Bosch, but if I can find something cheaper. And as far as transmission, I'm going to be using a B16 tranny. This is actually the motor I have. This is my car here. It's a 2000 Civic Coupe. Don't get scared when you see the front end because it's a disaster. I have nothing on here. I might do a brake tuck and a harness, wiring harness tuck. I'm not sure yet, depending on how much work it is. I took out the radiator support because when I bought it, the guy who had it crashed it, so I just ripped it off. And I believe that radiator support was put in by somebody already, because when I took that thing off, I didn't even grind it off. It was just like little tack welds. I literally just bent that thing and it came right off. So whoever did that did a horrible job. Hopefully whoever did it got better at doing it. And well, I'm gonna be buying a new radiator support system for the car. And like you might have seen, this is EX model, and it brought whoever had it swapped it out with the SI model engine, which is the B16A2. So that was, I did get a good deal on it, but I basically bought the car for no reason because I ended up buying an LS block. But it is what it is. This is my first build. I'm still learning. This is the first engine I've ever pulled apart. This came out really nice. I didn't ruin anything on taking everything out. Now putting everything back in is going to be the real challenge. Like I said, taking stuff out is no big deal. Putting them back in, that's when the big deal comes in. But we're learning. If I do anything wrong, let me know. Just comment, and whatever I did wrong, I'll fix it. Like I said, this is my first time building an engine. Probably missed a few parts or a few details, but comment, like, subscribe. I will be posting more videos as I do this build, so stay tuned. This is going to be an LsVtec build. My goal is going to be from 300 to 400 horsepower. Stay tuned, and let's see what happens.